Thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman. Lynn Brooks is on assignment. Young scientists in West Alabama got out of the classroom today and into a University of Alabama lab for a real-life experience on what it takes to be a chemist. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has more now in tonight's Top Story.
Watching flames from a fire or holding a tube filled with water 4 stories above ground may not seem like chemistry. But University of Alabama chemistry professor Dr. Martin Baker says it's experiments like these that get students interested in the field.
I got involved in chemistry because I love doing stuff. I mean, and it's the actual, using your hands and, in fact, these sorts of experiments. This is what got me hooked.
Baker says not only do hands-on experiments get them hooked, but by using UA's labs, they're given the opportunity to learn from experiments they may not be able to conduct at their high schools.
They're sometimes a little bit difficult for the high schools to do that locally because they're moderately expensive, and then you've got waste disposal, which is a real issue for a high school to dispose of chemical waste. We're set up to do that, and so that makes it very easy for us to do that.
It's a little more high-tech, and you have a lot more room to work, and you can do better experiments, and you get a better experience out of it.
Students say it's not just the experiments that are getting them ready for their careers, but just being on UA's campus gets them excited for their future.
It puts me in the mindset of this is where I want to be, this is where I'm going to be, and it gives me that agility to just keep going.
Baker says it's also important to get students interested in chemistry while they're young for the United States to remain competitive in the field of science. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And this is the 3rd year that the university has worked with high school students, and Dr. Baker says he hopes that more schools can get involved next year. New at 6, some residents in Northport are wanting answers on why a project to expand Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard has yet to start several years after it was first proposed. Emmanuel Jenkins has lived near MLK Boulevard all of his life. Jenkins and former Northport City Council member Robert Thomas both told WVUA that the city was awarded a grant from ALDOT to expand the road some years back, but since then, no road construction has started. And Jenkins says the road is always busy, especially during the mornings and evenings, and he's concerned, he says, about the safety of pedestrians.
We lack sidewalks, the pedestrians are at risk, and the available money has been there for 20 years or more. And for 20 years and through 4+ administrations, we've had excuses as to why the road's not developed.
I think that is way past time. I think that the citizens in this part of the community need some attention from the city as it relates to improving the quality of lives of the people in this area, as well as the business people.
Coming up on the news at 10, hear from current City Council member Jay Logan on what the city is doing about the road. Parking in downtown Tuscaloosa is changing in preparation for a new hotel. The City of Tuscaloosa Department of Transportation has closed the free public parking lot at the corner of University Boulevard and Greensboro Avenue. Officials say the lot was closed for historical preservation work. And city officials told WVUA that parking should not be a problem in downtown because this lot has closed.
There is still plenty of parking downtown. The parking lot being closed shouldn't hinder anyone from coming downtown and taking advantage of our beautiful downtown Tuscaloosa. But there's plenty of parking. There's the parking deck that's open. There's plenty of street parking, and some businesses have their own parking as well.
And as we have reported, city officials say the new Embassy Suites Hotel that's set to be built on the lot is expected to open in the year 2014. Students at Tuscaloosa County Sprayberry Education Center honored the life of civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today. Faculty and staff planned a Martin Luther King Jr. commemorative celebration for last week, but that was delayed when it snowed. Organizers say when they learned that the father of one of their teachers had worked with Dr. King, they started preparing for the celebration. Sprayberry teacher Carlos Moore told us it's important to commemorate King's leadership and heroism every day.
although this is not the day that was set aside to commemorate his life as well as his legacy, every day is a day that we should be able to look back and understand and be able to grasp the ideas and the ideology that Dr. King was trying to get across to America.
At the end of the ceremony, all the students took turns stamping their thumbprints on a canvas representing unity. Now still to come here.